But other guys are thinking in a completely different frame. They weren't thinking about personal problems or interpersonal problems. They were thinking about my work. They were thinking about accountability. They were thinking about supervision and all that. So in order to try to answer that need, I invented a scheme that I call minstering reflectively. And ministering reflectively is basically an application to priests of something that's quite common in the helping professions around the English-speaking world, and particularly in schools as well as nursing and so on. And it is where you one-to-one or in groups that you get people who want to think about their ministry, about the content of their ministry, about the style of their ministry, about what things have slipped off their radar in their ministry, about kind of how does their style of ministry impact upon the parishioners, and how does the parishioners impact upon their ministry. And we created a system. Typically what happens is that the guy applies to be in this program. He's allotted or picks a facilitator, might be me, it might be somebody else, and they are all from a family therapy background, all the facilitators. And in this program, he has 5 meetings with the facilitator. At the end, resolutions are drawn up. And then 6 months to a year afterwards, they meet again to see if the resolutions were impacted. And initially, 25 people signed into this, and we had it professionally evaluated at the end. And the support for it was kind of absolutely fantastic. I'll just read you a couple of the comments that came up when I found the one-to-one reflective ministry process insightful and affirming, and provided a space to engage honesty, surfacing new horizons. I highly recommend it as a significant resource in understanding our own behaviours and identifying our hopes and fears. Another one was, with the facilitator, I almost felt as if I had taken myself out of the situation and was able to look at my life in a whole new way. It really helped me to articulate difficulties. Often we struggle through areas of difficulty in our minds. Articulating the struggles with one another was most beneficial. It was an awakening to hear myself articulate the difficulties that I was encountering, to say them verbally to another person, rather than just have them spinning around in my head. And when we got the feedback from the initial thing, which I thought was very good, one of the suggestions was that we start a group version, which we did, and the group has existed now, usually 10 to 12 members, and has existed now for 3 years.